welcome back to week 3, Singing with Professor Voss. This week I had a special request to do a workout based on contemporary commercial music styles, which in shorthand in vocal pedagogy we call CCM. And we're going to run through a series today that deals with these styles of music, primarily pop music, musical theater, and some jazz applications. So let's dive right in. We're going to start with our breath the same way. You're going to take your thumbs, place them on your belly button. Inhale, low breath, abdomen goes out. Exhale, abdomen comes in. Inhale, abdomen out. Exhale, abdomen in. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, abdomen out. Exhale, abdomen in. With our nice low abdominal breath getting started and warming up, we're going to begin with our lip trill. Today we're going to do an octave leap. Sounds like this. Exercise for resonance today, we're going to try to cultivate a space I like to refer to as the ugly space, or the nasty space, or the very forward space. So the goal in this exercise is to get a lot of forward resonance, really feeling that sound right through the mask region, right through here. So we're going to sing no, and put a little bit of a cry in that sound. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. Now that we've said hello to that forward space and that mixed voice up through the middle and where that bridge or that break happens in musical theater, we're going to open up the chest voice. And that's going to really complement us and open up that warm, belty sound that we love to get in these more contemporary styles. So we're going to start with O. Spaces together and play with the idea of transitioning from that nice broad open chest into that ugly forward space that feels a little bit more closed through the middle voice and the bridge. So again, we're going to use the O, but we're going to do an arpeggio going from to and back to So the trajectory of the sound is kind of weird, I know, but we're learning to use our voices. A lot of times we make some really strange noises. So we're going to start with that O space, moving into that nasty place that we were in the first exercise where we were dealing with resonance, and back down to the chest. deals a lot with diction. When we're working in styles like musical theater, our primary goal is to make sure that we can really get the text out. So this exercise works to make the lips and the tongue work extra hard. And we really want to build those muscles so that they're very responsive. In addition, we want them to be efficient, so we don't want to move our jaw too much while we're doing it. We want to keep all the work happening in our lips, our tongue, and you'll also feel the cheeks working as well. This exercise is what I like to refer to as doobie doobie da, and that's the diction for this one. We're going to say doobie 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 da, and I want you to think more about pronouncing the text and speaking on pitch than you're thinking about actually singing. Because most of the time in patter singing, singers tend to work harder than they have to. So we're going to sing doobie doobie deal with something we have to do in a lot of R&B singing and also some more contemporary musical theater, which is riffing. So moving the voice pretty quickly through a series of pitches. So we're going to practice that on ah, really bright ah. And the pattern I'm going to use is somewhat of a syncopated pattern. In fact, it may have been in one of the former videos that I did, but we didn't do it in the contemporary style. So see if it's there. If not, it'll probably pop up again in an exercise soon. So we're going to do nasty. The last exercise we're going to do today is floating. So sometimes in the contemporary music style, we don't necessarily want to have such a direct and aggressive sound. Usually we use this when we're singing higher notes or something that's a little bit more wispy. And what we're trying to do is achieve that sweet, pure sound without it being breathy. Here's what that sounds like. Now let me suggest to you, for those of you who are dealing with that break in the musical theater style in particular, usually happens around the B, C, C sharp, that area in the middle of the staff. Let me suggest that you practice some sirens too. So you're going to take that sound and you're going to go from the chest all the way up to that mix, past the mix into the head and back down to the chest. It sounds like this. It's not a pleasant sound, but what it does is it gets you to move through those transitions using those different resonance spaces right on top of each other, which is what's really required in some of these contemporary commercial music styles. So that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to email me or hit me up on Facebook, and I'm happy to do any recordings for you guys that are going to be helpful. Obviously, just keep singing.